SONGWriting, Songwriting, AATFP. Welcome to Sunday Songwriting number 207. I want to share some things with you about healing during this Sunday Songwriting. Two things. One is about loving ourselves. The second one is about capabilities and what that means. I just want to say I was contemplating, about how important space is and how I often need a lot of space to do certain things, like my dishes. It takes a lot of time for me to do my dishes because I don't have a dishwasher right now. And sometimes when I cook, I like my space because I'm in this meditative space and I do like to chant, and if other people are talking to me, or it's not always the space I want to be in. With no further ado, this song is called Space. song's over. It just ended. That was a pretty good song, huh? I think that might be one of my best Sunday songwritings. Yeah, I've really been exploring the concept of space, not having my phone. Just the silence. There's more silence. I was kind of like grabbing at my phone for stimulation, for feedback, you know? Do we really need all of that feedback, or do we need space? It's just, we're ever changing. We're so amazing. That takes Alanis Morissette's song to a whole new level, doesn't it? You know that song where she stops and she says, "Why are you so afraid of silence?" or something? And then she's silent for a moment. And she's like, "Did you think about your bills, your deadlines?" So yeah, what do you think? That took it to another level. But seriously, y'all, I want to talk about something serious with you. I want to talk about some of the anxiety that some of us are experiencing and what it really means when someone says you need to love yourself before other people can love you. And I think it comes down to loving your emotions. If you're mad, if you're sad right now, and you hate that you're mad and you hate that you're sad, and it confuses you, then that's, in a way, not loving yourself. If instead you're like, "I love that you're mad. I love that you're sad. That's you," then that is loving you. So any moment, when you feel like you have to call a friend because something upset you so much and you want that validation, that it's okay to feel what you feel. And that's how we help each other a lot as friends, is we just say, "I totally think it's valid that you feel angry. I would be angry too." Or, "It makes so much sense that you would be sad." But a lot of times we hide our feelings because we want to be cool or we don't want to hurt other people. And it comes back to triggers and what's meant to be. Like, there's a lot of times people cancel plans with me and I'm sad, but then I end up doing something amazing that I wouldn't have done if I still had plans with them. Or if someone's running late, it gives me an opportunity to get things done. I noticed that a while ago. I noticed that when I was around, it was probably about almost 20 years ago when I started to get into my music and I started to be around people who were late a lot. I started to realize that there's the pattern of what's the intended plan and then the plan that ends up happening, and how to make the best of that and how to be responsible with that time. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk about is, what does it mean when you see someone as capable as doing something as opposed to what they're really doing? And this is what I think happens with a lot of people's anxiety. I'm not saying it's the cause of anxiety. I'm just saying a lot of it can get worse if they think about the capability part instead of what's really going on. So thinking about, this person is capable of hurting me, instead of they're actually hurting me. So that could be a trigger too. If they do something and it's not really hurting you, but for some reason it hurts. And why does it hurt? Because there's another part of you that sees that as a trait that would end up hurting you in the future. Or it's similar to a trait that someone had when they hurt you. That's kind of crazy. The bee is in there. What if it's a lot of bees? I can't open that. I'll come flying in. Now they're quiet. Maybe they got out. And sometimes we turn these capabilities in our minds into perceived attacks or perceived knocks or perceived rejections. And that's when all these yucky feelings come up. And that's when you can also say, I love you through all these yucky feelings. That's you. And that's okay. And there's a reason why you feel these things. I hope this helps somebody out there. And I am taking this space because I'm deeply confused about the development that is going on and how we can respect our urban plant life more. And I'm deeply confused about why there's not more awareness about this. I am working on a song, and I really wanted it to be done for this Sunday, but it was meant to be space instead. And perhaps that space is a way to honor and pray for the trees, perhaps. Basically, there's so much I think we can do to be aware of the trees in the urban life and how much we need them and how much we need them to connect with. Talk about capability. The capability that a tree has to do so many things, and then the capability that humans have to cut them down is scaring me so much. And it's paralyzing me instead of trying to think about the capability of us saving the trees. And I am thinking of that too. I just want to be realistic about it also. And I think that's also what happens with these shootings is we see what's we perceived as happening, and then we perceive as what's capable. And what's capable might be even scarier than what did already. And I think it's important to think about both things and to think about what you're thinking about in both things. Like to think about what's a positive thing that's capable from this. Like the capabilities of having these trees forever here. That is such a beautiful capability. And the reason why things aren't realistic is because things tend to go in patterns and happen like they've happened in the past, and that's when you need protests to stop that flow of water and make it flow the other way. My deep thoughts about all of this, and I want trees to be closer to me. They're scary because they can fall on you. That's the only scary thing, and I think people are scared of falling trees. But what about the mother tree? The mother tree feeds the rest of the forest, and I think we need to be aware of that. If we're going to go to an area and chop down trees, maybe we should figure out who the mother tree is, where she's the one that, through an intricate network of fungus, knows what trees need carbon and nutrients. I know you're sad, I'm sorry, I love you, to yourself, then you usually feel better. And you don't feel disappointed anymore, because the reason why you were upset isn't because necessarily the other person hurt you. It's because you didn't have your needs met. You didn't feel seen or heard or whatever it is. And so when you say to yourself, I love that you're upset about this. That's so cute. You're so important to me. I love you even if you're upset. Then you're basically totally validating yourself, and life is fun again instead of disappointing. So I think we tend to demonize our emotional states instead of love them and respect them and honor them and be grateful for them. I'm so happy I have feelings because that means I'm alive. What an amazing thing, life. And I think we get confused about who we are sometimes, especially when we're on our phone all the time. We think we're this image that people are liking or not liking or messaging. Like the fungi and the tree, we're making this network, trying to network with each other and let each other know what we need. And yet, where's the mother? Where'd the mother go? Did the mother tree die? Is it taken over by some evil aliens? Thank you for watching. I love you. Allah Fife. See you next week. I feel ugly. I love that I feel ugly. I feel silly. I love that I feel silly. I feel pretty. I love that I feel pretty. I feel weird and annoying and like everyone's gonna reject me. I love that you feel that way. That's awesome. So, now that you've heard a sampling of my music, you can see why my album is in the running for Best Album of the Year, and I'm going to LA, and any California friends, I hope to see you there. On April 19th is the big awards gala, and I'll find out if Painted Truth won. Never know. And my new hit single is Space. Yay! I feel so happy. I love that I feel happy. I love that I feel loved. It's such a good feeling. Oh, I walked and walked until I turned it around. Oh, I walked and walked until it seems like we don't want it anymore. There's none of these illusions.